The new rule of thumb is you need $3 billion to have some to be able to save for retirement. Retirement planners have some sobering advice on how much you'll need to save. A number of you had sent me this article, and I haven't even read it yet. I haven't read it. I can't. I've been wanting to read this for a while, so I even showered early this morning so I could jump on this. And let's go into it. It just keeps. All right, so let's see. This is from Fortune magazine. I'll put a link in the show notes. I had to actually subscribe and pay to subscribe. I had to subscribe, so I'm on their email list now, and I've already been. Let's see if have I been solicited yet? Let's take a gander, shall we? A gander to see if I've been solicited from Fortune magazine, having subscribed. We'll go to my main. Which email did I use? I can't remember. So let's see. No, nothing there. Okay, good. Nothing there. So go to promo. All right. Just subscribers. Yep. There we go. The quarterly investment guide. All right. Nothing wrong with that. Welcome to the club. Okay. You're the proud owner of a shiny new account at fortune.com. We're glad you enjoyed us. Anyway, I'm sure there's going to be some offers from great investment advisors who can help me. All right, Dateline, January 26, 2020, which is 2 days ago. Chris Taylor, the new rule of thumb is $3 billion. Retirement planners have some sobering advice. And who are these people? Let's click on. I don't even know what this is. Let's click on this. See what we got. Okay, the Fortune panelist on the. All right, I don't care. All right, so can we stop these guys? How do we? All right, there we go. All right, so let's. I don't think I stopped them. How do I stop it? All right, there we go. All right, so let's. All right, cool. For decades, many savers had a big round goal in their heads for their retirement future, $1 million. It does have a nice rank to it. Presumably, if you reach a millionaire status, your golden years should be very comfortable indeed. It's nice to have an easy reference frame of reference for people, says my man Wade Fowler over at the American College for Financial Services. $1 million, it sounds like you're rich. And Wade is a co-director for the New York Life Center for Retirement Income. A good friend of mine, he challenges Wade's research because he's funded by New York Life. I don't like if a guy is funded by. I mean, look, is New York Life going to pay you to show annuities aren't good? No, but does that inherently mean your research is bad? I don't think so. I don't think. The same kind of thing with Dr. Fred Singer. Someone says he's been funded by the fossil fuel. I can't remember fossil fuels industry or something like that. I don't think that's necessarily a eliminating factor, frankly. And I don't know if that's true. If Fred Singer's is funded by the fossil fuels industry, I don't know that to be true. I just don't know. But the irony of it all, of course, is if you're funded by the education industrial complex, you're free of any bias. I mean, that's just nuts. I don't get that. So I would challenge the research for sure, but I don't just write it off because a guy is funded by the New York Life Center for Retirement Income as if he's in the back pocket of the annuity industry. I mean, by all means, challenge the research, but look at the research and see what it comes up with. I mean, someone's got to fund these people. I mean, that's all there is to it. And just because it's from a government entity, remember, a government entity has one mission only: to expand its government, to expand the entity. There's no other way around that. And that's why we call public choice theory and what they used to call horse trading and whatnot. So just because it's funded from the government doesn't mean it's clear as a winter of snow. And even Eisenhower, his farewell speech, I highly, highly suggest you watch Eisenhower's farewell speech. It's nuts. Everyone focuses on the military-industrial complex. No one talks about the educational industrial complex that he talked about. All right, so, hold on a minute. Let's do the math. Most financial planners suggest a retirement withdrawal rate of 3 to 4% annually to ensure a gentle enough glide path that you won't outlive your money. On a retirement kitty of $1 million, that means $30 to $40,000 a year. Does that really sound like a luxurious future of clinking champagne flutes while on white sand beaches? These days, not so much, and that means a $1 million retirement goal that many of us dream of badly needs an update. So what goals should we really be working towards to ensure retirement and comfort, and hopefully a little bit extra? Back to the calculator. All right, so if the 30 to 40,000 annually probably isn't going to cut it, what will? Well, does the idea of 60 or 80,000 lower your blood pressure a little bit? In that case, using a 3 to 4% annual withdrawal rate, you're staring down a barrel of another figure, 2 million. The $1 million rule hasn't been adjusted for inflation and hasn't been corrected for steep reduction yields from interest-bearing vehicles like bonds, says a financial planner someplace in New York. Today, people probably need to readjust their thinking. A more, a more realistic figure is 2 million and above. Easier said than done, of course. While the 1% have been enjoying huge wealth gains, especially after record stock market records and Trump administration's tax reform, the vast majority of others have been struggling with stagnant wage growth for years and seeing their total share of wealth decline. That doesn't mean their wealth is declining, dude. That just means relative to the freaking Jeff Bezos of the world, who are all invested in Amazon stock, and the stock's taking off like a rocket ship, he's grown higher than what you and I have, but we've still grown. I mean, geez Louise. Because Jeff Bezos makes more doesn't mean you make less. The current number of households with a net worth over $1 million is 11.8 million. That's less than 3% of the population. If at all possible, setting a higher retirement goal for yourselves makes eminent sense for multiple reasons. One is medical. I freaking despise this stuff. A 65-year-old couple retiring in 2019 can expect to pay a whopping $285,000 in healthcare costs, according to Fidelity Investments. Another is inflation. Although we have been blessed with relatively low increases in recent years, even at 3%, which is a long-term historical average, the cost of living doubles in 25 years. So if every $5 gallon of milk is going to cost 10 by the time retirement rolls around, well, that changes your calculation. All right, just for those of you who are new to the channel, how much does it cost in today's lump sum for you to be able to live in your home? What's the whopping expense you need to live in your home? What's the whopping expense you need to put food on the table? What's the whopping expense you need for transportation? So we know that the biggest costs in retirement are housing by far, our food, our transportation, our entertainment, and healthcare. So if we're going to say you need a whopping $285,000 in healthcare costs, and that does not include long-term care, which it does not, then how much do you need for housing? Well, it's probably 4 times that. I've done a video on this, probably 18 months or 10 months ago, something like that. You need a lot of money, a whopping times 4 for that kind of money. But no one talks about that. You need a whopping $750,000 for food. No one talks like that. The only time they talk about a whopping amount of money is for healthcare, because they know that's how to scare people. Oh my goodness, I need $285,000 for healthcare. That must mean, I need $3 million to retire. If I said you need $285,000 for food, you'd be like, okay, well, I have to have food anyway. Exactly. It's the same premise here, man. Everyone's number is different. There is no blanket answer for retirement goals since everyone's financial circumstances are wildly different. Blah, blah, blah. If you reside in a lower cost location, have modest cost of living, and live in a paid out home, for instance, then your needs will be lower, especially with Social Security helping out. On the other hand, for those in higher cost locations with bigger dreams like frequent travel, even 2 million may not be enough. The new rule of thumb is 3 million. Many are looking to hit the 4 to 5 million these days. Oof, that's the bad news. But there is good news if you still have some. I mean, just freaking. This whole thing is clickbait. And look, I get it. They're doing a great job. No one is sitting there saying I need 4 to 5 million bucks or 2 million or 3 million, unless you're literally going to sit and clinking champagne on a white beach for the rest of your life. No one does that, man. I mean, Mike, some people do that, sure. You're not them, I'm not them. We're just some regular old dude trying to get by. Look, we want to go to the beach on occasion, great. We want to spend time with the grandkids, great. Maybe take a Norwegian cruise, great. Maybe go to Anchorage, Alaska, great. You're not going to need 2 million bucks. This is for the people who are well living extraordinary lives of retirement, spending like a friggin' drunken infantryman. It's not you and I, man. The vast majority of us are not ever spending that. We're spending $60,000 max in retirement, $5,000 a month. The harsh reality, of course, is that for most people, $1 million retirement is unattainable. But even so, taking action on both spending and savings, get that close number is a smart move. size financial planner of Summit, New Jersey. $1 million ain't what it used to be. All right, it's just the whole thing's stupid. All right, so look, man, this is geared towards wealthy people, not us. So this just don't pay no mind to the freaking this stuff. It's nuts. But hey, there we are. I'm reading about it. Good clickbait. I signed up for Fortune magazine. Good clickbait. Let's see if they actually have any comments in here. Hold on a second. Do they allow for comments? Look, these are shooting for people who are living vicariously through. I don't see any comments in here. Yeah, nope. Let's just see what they say about their ads. Okay. No. About us. Online behavioral advertising notice. Okay. Yeah, I don't see any comments in here. So I pay no mind to it. It's irrelevant. All right. Hope this helps. We'll see you.